Good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing. Happy Friday. Glad this week is over. Lots to cover. We're going to do the daily changes and the weekly changes. Um, Start with D's corn. D's corn down a penny and a half on the day, 427 and a quarter. For the week, however, down 4 1/4 cents, and that's after having a 9 1/4 cent trading range. So D's corn, I put it in the letter this morning. It's been mired in this sideways range. Can't get above the 2-day moving average or that 436 area. A lot of resistance up there. Looking at January beans, finished the day up 9.5 cents, 11.17 even. So on a 10-cent day trading range for the week. The weekly change was only up a penny and 3/4 cents. So after a 33-cent trading range this week, we only managed to finish up a penny and 3/4. So I guess it's a victory. Felt like the funds were dressing it up at the end of the day to defend their long position. They were just able to do it. So that was, like, say, got to be a victory for the Bulls, right? And we did get a 16-month high printed this week. So two positive things there. I think, again, I continue to believe it's an opportunity for producers to defend revenue and catch up on any sales you need to catch up, maybe even start looking ahead at 2026. With December wheat, Chicago down 7 3/4 cents, settled at 527 3/4. That was after, again, another 11-cent trading range. For the week, we finished down 6.5 cents. And this is odd because it came on the heels of a 4-month high. That high marked a 63-cent bounce off the low of the 5-year low that we just had, a week and a half ago. So a really nice spike, a really good opportunity for producers to catch up on sales, make some sales, set some hedges. I think 63 cents will turn most guys' heads at this point. And again, that was after a 28-cent trading range for the week. So pretty impressive there. We're going to switch over now to the protein complex. These cattle. What happened to these cattle today? Another, just a wild day. Very whippy trade. Some of the hardest trade I can remember in a while. Just really vicious. December fat cattle finished up 2.575 at 221.35. Almost a 4-cent trading range there. For the week, however, down 8.30. That's right, 8.3, and that's after a 15-cent trading range for the week. If you go to March feeder cattle, for the day, we were up almost $4. We settled at, March finished up 297, almost $3, 297 and a half. We settled at 313.9, almost 314. Again, we had a 29.5-cent trading range this week, almost 30 cents trading range for the week. And for the week, we finished down 13 cents, 13.15 cents. So it depends on how you look at it, how you slice it. Pretty decisively lower move, even though we were able to settle higher for today. For the week, some pretty nasty action. For the week, fat cattle down 8.30. For the week, feeder cattle down 13.15. Moving over to the hogs. These hogs actually managed to be one of the few green things on the screen there for the hogs. All of the deferred months were lower. We did have about a 2-cent range. Actually, maybe decent, had even tighter range than that. 78.80 and versus 79.90. We finished the day at 79.40, up 0.425 cents. For the week, however, and then this is kind of wrap it up there, down 1.875 on the week. And that's after we did print a 4-month low. So I'd say even though it managed to eke out a higher close at the end of the day, you still have lean hogs under pressure. So that's about it. I will be sending out a weekly wrap. I dig deeper into this. If you did not get my private client webinar, you can send me an email. I'll send you the link if you're interested. I go through in about 30 minutes and go through about 20 different charts and kind of point out what I'm looking at, why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. And again, all in all, probably the best takeaway from this is it was nice to see a 16-month high in the soybeans. We need some more follow through in the corn and wheat. And as far as the protein complex goes, just a corrective week. There's not too much more to say to that. And very, very, very whipsaw trading. March feeder cattle today were, we had a $10 trading range and just whipsawed all over the place. And make it very, very, very difficult. Even if you're right, you have to take 3 or 4 cents of heat, and most people don't want to do that. So, okay, have a great weekend. This is Chris Robinson. Again, if you need some help, give me a call 312-638-8868. You can also go to Robinson Ag Marketing. You can subscribe. If you have a direct problem, send me an email. I'll try and help you out. Have a good weekend. Again, take care.